Prairie Lanes, just outside of Minneapolis in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. It's the final round of the Women's United States National Amateur Bowling Championship. Let's meet our three finalists. Our number 3 qualifier earned 2 gold medals, 1 silver, and 2 bronze in the 1997 FIQ American Zone Youth Championships. From Cheektowaga, New York, Janette Pieczynski. In the number 2 position, she placed first in singles, 4th in all events in the Association of College Unions International Championship. From Union, New Jersey, Kelly Kulick. Our tournament leader finished 6th in the 1996 National Amateur Championship, making Team USA. She won 3 gold medals in the 1997 Africa Cup. From Orono, Minnesota, Lisa Duenow. And hello again, everybody. I'm Mike Jakubowski, along with Women's International Bowling Congress Hall of Famer and current 1997 Team USA assistant coach, Pat Costello. And Pat, what is the qualifying here at the United States National Amateur Championships?
Well, it's a grueling week for the athlete. They bowl 24 games of qualifying, and then they come back and bowl 24 games of match play to come to the top 3 here today.
And at the top of that heap, our tournament leader is Lisa Duenow.
Lisa Duenow is a current 1997 Team USA member. And she, I would have to say, this year is the most improved member on our team. And I look to see Lisa to perform really well here in her hometown.
But coming up first in our semifinal match, our number 2 qualifier is Kelly Kulick.
Kelly has a lot of collegiate experience, and she's an outstanding bowler in her own right, and we're going to have a great match here with her and Janette.
And meeting her is Janette Pieczynski.
Janette Pieczynski represented the Team USA in the FIQ Youth Championships, and I had the pleasure of coaching her, and she is a die-hard, grind-it-out, go-get-'em bowler.
Coming up in our semifinal match, it's Kulick versus Pieczynski. Don't go away. The United States National Amateur Championship is coming right up. The United States National Amateur Bowling Championship is brought to you by the American Bowling Congress and the Women's International Bowling Congress, providing championship service to sanctioned leagues across the United States. Make sure your league is sanctioned by the national governing bodies. And by the Bowling Proprietors Association of America. Welcome back to Brunswick Eden Prairie Lanes for the Women's United States National Amateur Bowling Championships. Kelly Kulick against Janette Pieczynski. And Kulick will open the match.
Yes, it's interesting. Kelly elected to go off first here, and it'll be interesting to see how this match progresses. See if the ladies have any nerves here when we start.
Kulick, of course, the number 2 qualifier, had that right to determine which lane she would start on. Good time, opening shot.
Very characteristic of the first shot, a little slow. A little nerve showing there on that shot. And she's got a relatively easy spare. Go straight up and at him again. Man, these players are changing their balls. For their spares, all the ladies have 2 different balls in the rack, one for their first ball and one for their second, so that they can go straight at them, and all you want to do is get the ball to hit them both. Nothing fancy. And I don't know how she did that on this condition, but she chopped that 3 right off the 6. Again, nerves, a little bit slowness, I think. And Janette can come right up here now and put some pressure on this young lady. They're both 20 years old, which is outstanding for the athletes at home. When you're young, you can get out here and play with the best players in the world.
Both ladies bowl in very prominent collegiate bowling programs.
Yes, they do. This young lady here. Oh, boy.
Solid in the pocket for Pieczynski.
Her ball roll matches up perfect with the condition that's out here today. She's got a little forward roll on the ball. She attended Erie Community College, and this year was supposed to go to University of Nebraska. And she decided before she bowled here, she had a long talk with her parents and everything, and if she made Team USA, she was going to relinquish a year at Nebraska and just devote it to Team USA.
And Pieczynski earned all of that hardware at the FIQ American Zone Youth Championships recently conducted in Orlando. Second frame, strike up.
She's got it again. A little high, could have tripped the 4. She's playing the lane pretty good. She was a little bit slower on that one than the other. And she came out firing pretty hard here in this match. And like I said in the opening, she's a very determined player and has a lot of smarts about the game at 20 years old. She's changed balls too here on her spare. Make the 4 pin. So Jan's up plus 11 here real quick. Kelly's got to get to work. And
Kulick Bowls is a part of the Moorhead State bowling program. Erie Community College and Moorhead State, 2 of the very prominent collegiate bowling programs. She qualified for these national finals by finishing 2nd in the New Jersey State Amateur Championship.
She got that ball down early. Maybe just didn't catch it all. This young lady has a great release, similar to our other Team USA member, Kendra Cameron. And I thought, man, I wonder how long it'll be until we see another player, a woman player, that has that release. And this young lady came out this year and showed me a lot in the last couple of days. Cross lane spare here at the 10 pin. Whoa, boy. And you see here, Kelly, how she gets down right here. And notice how she brings that ball back before she moves it forward. Call that a little trigger movement. And then she gets this ball up pretty high in the backswing, gets it down. And watch this release. Watch this hand action. She gets that wrist up and cupped at the release point. She's a strong young lady.
Tremendous balance at the foul line.
Oh, the finishing position is wonderful.
Kind of reminiscent of Dick Ritker, whom she studies under.
Yes, she does.
Oh, cutting high, and the big 4.
Yeah, her ball speed is just too slow. She had a lot more ball speed the last 2 days. This condition has warranted the velocity on the bowling ball to get the ball down the lane. And you can see when the ball loses its velocity and it grabs the lane, dead to the left and through the heart. This is a very difficult split to make.
14 and 10 in match play, and 8 out here in the 3rd. 33 open. 2 of 3 opens here early for Kulick. And Paczynski will step up here in the 3rd frame. She finished 18th in the United States National Amateurs a year ago in St. Louis. Now contending for the National Amateur title. Winner here goes on to face Lisa Duenow to claim the United States National Amateur Championship.
She kind of lost that ball off her hand, and it caught the oil down the lane, and the ball never got into a roll. Got to get you see how it just falls right off her hand there. She doesn't really get through it. A little bit wide of where she wanted to be, I'll tell you. She just wants to bring that ball in toward the center of the lane, and Jan's at plus 25 here. So she's keeping them clean, staying in the match.
16 and 8 in match play is quite an impressive record.
Oh, really? She is a real match player. Now you could see that ball. See how she sits back on her heels, and actually her feet are to the left. So she's an amazing player because she sets her body left, walks left, and comes back right and opens up the lane. She's got good knees here. Good finish. As long as you stick the landing, you can execute a fairly good shot.
25 pin lead for Pieczynski, towing the line here in the 4th of our national semifinal game.
Oh, now she threw the one on 24 to the right, and she was going to try to keep it in, and she got way too far left at the get-go and went Brooklyn. Okay, at the 6th pin, she's changed balls and moved left, and she's going to go fairly straight at the spare.
.24 pin lead for Paczynski. We'll be back with more of our national semifinal here from Brunswick, Eden Prairie Lanes.
Carol Kulick.
She's doesn't want to be on television, does she?
Watching her daughter bowl.
Oh, goodness. Now, what we're seeing here is they've had a lot of practice. About 15 minutes before we went on the air, we're seeing some carry down, serious carry down already. They're going to have to make some adjustments. You see that ball just stayed right, never flipped over, never made the move, and she washes out with a 1-2-4-10.
Kulick struggling early. We are in the 4th frame. Still plenty of room left. The winner of this game will go on to face Lisa Duenow, who led after 24 games of match play.
She's going to hopefully get this ball to the left of the head pin. Right over the 3rd arrow. Perfect shot by that young lady. That's crucial. She can't afford another open right now, and she's got to start putting some pressure on Janette.
Kulick now, spare up, 4th frame, down 24 pins, standing up here in the 5th.
There you go. What
Got a
very
chance
nice
to
shot.
talk to Kulick about her first chance to compete with Team USA.
The final match against Linda Norrie was a very important key. I knew the place I was in and I wanted to make the show, and my thumb was sore. I knew each shot was a key shot. I had to take one shot at a time and just focus on the shot.
Okay, we're back to Janette. I'll comment on that in a minute, but Janette needs one here. She needs to get it rolling because she's been light again on this lane, high on 23, and she's fishing. It seems to me like we have to make some different adjustments than they've done all week long because of this carry down here. The lights may be affecting it, who knows, but they're going to have to do some different things here. The Paczynski family.
They drove all the way from Buffalo at 6 o'clock last night.
Mom a little nervous there or what?
Buffalo to Minneapolis.
She's praying. She's got her hands folded.
Nancy and Rich and brother Jim. Drove all that way to watch
Great spare.
Janette shoot for the national amateur title. There's Nancy Pieczynski, as Janette has struck in the first and has now strung 4 spares together and holds a 21-pin advantage over Kelly Kulick here in our semifinal to decide the U.S. National Amateur Champion.
Back to Kelly's comment about bowling Linda Norrie. She was bound and determined, and being Linda Norrie, she has a great work ethic, and to have her thumb problem that she had, the determination was incredible to get through that last game and hold on to her spot.
Being a very formidable opponent with a lot of experience. Pieczynski high, but carries.
Wow, Jen, she's gone left both times on lane 23, trying to find out. She's fishing, she's moving around, trying to find something on these lanes, and at least she struck and there was some success, but that's not what she wants. She wants that ball over on the right side.
Now Kulick's up in the 6th frame, down 21, but that strike up is important, as she can now take the lead down to 11 with a double.
This is a crucial shot to go, and doesn't get the slap on the weak 10. She's made a great adjustment here on the lanes. You could see how she's tightened up her line a little bit, moved into the center of the lane to get the ball to kick back and react. I don't know whether if she read it on the washout that she made, but she's definitely getting into the zone she needs to be in. And Jan's fishing. Again, cross lane at the 10 pin. Every shot the same, repeats good shots.
On the spare, and we'll be back with more of our national semifinal from Brunswick, Eden Prairie Lanes here at the U.S. National Amateur Bowling Championships. While we were away, Kulick spares in the 9th, and Pieczynski with a big double, her first of the match, to take a 32-pin lead.
Yes, Jen made a good move, moved a little right with her feet, got the ball a little bit more direct down the lane, and got a swisher off the left side of the kickback there.
8th frame can take it to 42 with a turkey.
Boy, she's made a great adjustment. Great adjustment there for Janette. She was dead lost, and she just came back and made this small. You see her Tigger there? That's her good luck. She got that at Disney World when she was in Orlando.
I'm gonna have to ask her if I can borrow it.
She's holding on to it real tight there, Mike. I don't
think
know.
I'm gonna be out of luck. There's Kulick in the 8th. Down a bunch, needs to start striking.
Yeah, Kelly really does need to get one here. Start to feel good about herself.
There's
There
one.
you go. Kelly moved in deeper in the lane and kept it tighter in the back end. As you can see right here, that ball never went as far right as it was. She's held it in tighter in the lane and got a good reaction in the back end. It's amazing when you have the players, they do such different, their roles have to match up with what's happening on the lane. And they both are in different areas on the lane and get the good reaction. There's Tigger. He's pretty cute, isn't he? Jan loves him. It's her mascot. Kelly needs this one. There you go. They've been striking like that all week. Light hits were really, really good hits.
That's Kulick's first double of the match. It takes the lead down to 32 pins and sets up the 10th frame. She can take it off the sheet for 202. Paczynski can really put the match in hand with a strike here.
Yes, she can. And look at the determined on that, on her face. She's got her family here. They drove hours to be here. I met them in the hallway this morning, and they were ready for this. And that ball fell off her hand. Little nerves, maybe. There's the family. Mom's saying, "Come on, baby." Mom's praying still there.
Stacy Worth, just short of perfection at 299 and 269. Kelly Kulick at 268. And in high games and match play, Worth, Dino, and Dottie Nadu.
And Stacy's one of the Team USA members for this year. Coming back again.
Repeat performer.
Yes, sir. This is a crucial spare here. There you go. All right, we're going into the 10th frame. Jan's up 29 pins. Look at the average for qualifying. Wow, they've had such a crucial format, you know, with the 24 games of qualifying, averaging what they averaged, 24 games of match play. Those three ladies, Kendra, Janette, and Lisa, wow. Overall averages for 48 games, Lisa Dino, 205, Kelly, 204, and Jan, 203. And so, I mean, they were all so well paired.
And each 8-game block features a different lane condition.
Somewhat, yes, they did have different lane conditions. Big 10th frame here for Jan. Oh,
Cuts up and leaves a chance.
it's not what she wanted to do. She's up plus 26, and she's going to force Kelly to get a couple of strikes here in the 10th frame. Counts a big factor here. It's always important to get as many as you can. It's going to go to the right, and she's going for it.
Oh my.
Wow.
Very close.
She went for that.
196 finish for Pieczynski.
Kelly's down 14. You can see this. Look at that. How close is that to make that shot and to put everything to Kelly? Kelly needs a double here in the 10th to win the USA Amateur Championship.
Double and 7 would do the trick. Can't get the second without the first. Here it is, 10th frame.
She threw it well, real well. They're bouncing all over. So it looks like Janet's got the title. Most Kelly can get is 180 spare strike, yes. Janet's sitting on the bench at 196. It's tough if you've never been in that position to get up there and have to throw strikes, but Kelly was there this week, and she should be very proud of her performance.
She is on Team USA for 1998.
Absolutely.
8 talented ladies. What's it going to be like working with this crew?
Well, I hope I get the chance because we're going to have our evaluations coming up here pretty soon. And these ladies are so very talented. They're very coachable. They have great attitudes, and they want to bowl for their country. That's a big factor. Look at that.
196, 180. Janette Pieczynski will move on to face Lisa Dino for the United States National Amateur Bowling Championship. We'll be back with an interview with Elaine Hagan, president of USA Bowling, after this. And welcome back to Brunswick Eden Prairie Lanes for the United States National Amateur Championships. Joining me is Elaine Hagan, president of USA Bowling. And Elaine, rumors are on the fly about a new Olympic training facility.
Well, Mike, we actually have quite a dream. We've had it for a long time that we should have a training facility for our Team USA. And the dream, of course, is to have it right there in Colorado Springs with the other Olympic sports.
And also, 1997 has proven to be quite an exciting year for our current Team USA.
Oh, we've had a dynamite year, Mike. First of all, we won 2 titles at the Brunswick World Team Challenge in Indianapolis. And then we moved on to host the FIQ American Zone down in Orlando. And at that particular championship, we did extremely well. And as a matter of fact, the two of our bowlers that made the team are from that competition.
And that would be Janette Paczynski and Sean Evans.
True.
What do we have to look forward to?
Well, of course, once we compete today and we crown our national amateur champions, we'll be going on to the Brunswick World Team Challenge and the Grand Championships in Reno. And then about a week later, we'll be going down to Santo Domingo, and that's the FIQ, the Adult Championships, where approximately 20 to 24 countries will be participating. So we're really looking forward to that.
Boy, it sounds like a lot of exciting action, and I'd like to thank you, Elaine Hagan, the president of USA Bowling, for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's meet the rest of Team USA as Linda Norrie makes the team for a record 7th time.
7 times outstanding player, and she's the veteran on the team. Missy Howard Sullivan. Let's get all these names right on these ladies. 5th qualifier. It is her 2nd time back on the team.
And qualifying 6th, Kendra Cameron. Solid performer.
4th time back on the team, and yes, this is the lady that I admire so much on her release.
Also making the team for a multiple time is Stacy Worth.
Stacy Worth, 4th time, 7th place finish. She's always there, always a player. I believe she was pregnant. One time she was at the training camp and 8th place to death. She said she had a great time there.
And rounding out Team USA for 1998 is Debbie Kuhn.
Debbie Kuhn, new player, gutted it out to make the team and was fighting off one of the greatest amateurs, Lucy Giovinco, who finished in 9th place, and there she is.
And there is Lucy Giovinco. Marks the 10th time in 12 years that she's made the national finals.
Lisa Mose, 1997 Team USA player.
And these are other finishers in the top 24 that advanced to match play.
Yeah, Becky Kraegling. She was the alternate on the team and has had an opportunity to bowl in some events this year. Lisa Vint is an alternate this year and has been a Team USA member in the past.
And some of those averages don't correspond with the places. That's because there were some bonus pins involved in the match play.
Jen Doherty represented the Team USA in the FIQ championships.
Dottie Nadeau and Paula Drake. And here is your 1998 Women's Team USA.
Yes, what a fine team. Fine team.
Pieczynski over Kelly Kulick in the semifinal, 196 to 180. Pieczynski advances to face Lisa Duenow, and we'll be back with our National Amateur Championship match right after this. Let's go back to 1996 for this Team USA time capsule. Last year's United States Women's National Amateur Championships, the quest for the best, took place at Tropicana Lanes in St. Louis, Missouri. Atlanta, Georgia's Lucy Giovinco, who had made Team USA in 1990, 92, 94, and 96, snapped the streak of even years by making the 1997 National Amateur Squad. In the National Women's Semifinal, Giovinco struck 4 times in the final 6 frames to beat defending champion Linda Norrie by the score of 188-166. In the National Championship game, top qualifier Kendra Cameron struck on 5 of her first 7 shots. Lucy Giovinco closed with 8 straight strikes to defeat Cameron, 259-203 to become the 1996 National Amateur Champion. Giovinco joined Linda Norrie as the only bowlers to make Team USA at least 5 times. Mike Jack Jakubowski and Pat Costello back at Eden Prairie Lanes. Let's shoe it up and decide the National Amateur Champions.
Yes, this is going to be a great match by these two young players. Again, I emphasize that for all you young ladies out there, this is the place for you to be.
Lisa Duenow chose to have Janette open on the left lane.
Yeah, I thought that. Her personality, I think, kind of deemed that, and she would like to have Janice finish this game. Oh, that's terrible to open where you left off. I was hoping that she'd make a much better shot than that to erase how she finished the last game. So she needs to just get one of these and sit down there and concentrate on making a good shot her next time up.
In effect, back-to-back splits with that 6-7-10 back in the 10th frame against Kelly Kulick. 9 out in the first. And here's Lisa Duenow, tournament leader, 26-year-old lady from Duenow, Minnesota.
Yeah, hometown favorite. You're going to hear some hooping and hollering here. She has been using that as a positive all week long. Okay, she broke up the split there. So we need to get her in the spare, fill this frame.
And Lisa told me about how she feels about bowling in front of the hometown crowd.
In front of my hometown crowd, it was fantastic. I had my mom and my dad and my grandma there the whole time. I had my boyfriend and my friends. It helped tremendously. If I was having a problem, I could always look back and just see them. And I think it calmed me down a lot too.
Yeah, that's very interesting because some players don't use that as a positive, but she has made that into a positive and has just accelerated and really used that as a driving force to do well this week.
Coming up high again, this time not catching the break.
Yeah, a little timing problem on that one for sure. She gets the ball out real long on her first step, and that can get her into trouble if she gets it out there and holds it too long, and she was just out of rhythm. This is a very makeable split.
Looks like she's giving it a shot.
She sure did, didn't she? It looks to me like she might be losing her footing, and she kind of reared back at the foul line there on both of those shots. Here we go. Let's see what she does here at the foul line with her foot. It looks like, she's looking down there, and she wasn't comfortable. I think she slipped a little bit.
Pieczynski up in the second frame, down 8 pins.
Jansen can do something, but she's really open. Her whole body is facing lane 25, and she needs to close it all up and fire it a little bit straighter down the lane for Jan. Jan has a lot of end over end roll, doesn't require a lot of lane to move the ball, so she can play a much tighter line.
I notice her ball tends to thud down a little more.
Yeah, she doesn't get down low, and the trajectory on the lane is more into the lane than out onto it, so that's part of the roll, that the ball rotation, it affects that greatly. Let's see how she can... Wow, she got that one all right.
Big break, chopping down the fence one at a time.
It's nice to use those cushions on the side there, you know? That's what the walls are for in this game, I guess. Let's see what we got here. Boy, we've got a match. That's for sure. Both girls have a split. They both have spares. We're +4 to Jan on the pin count, and it's wide open. She's checking her hand position. See if she can make a better shot. That's right also. She's trying to force the ball to the right, and the lane's not allowing it. She needs to make a move here quickly. Her mother's in anguish. She just can't believe she's throwing the ball like this. Now Jan can make this washout. We've seen it done. She can do it again. She knows how important this is. Just not far enough to the left to get that head pin over into the 10 pin. There's so many times when you shoot that spare that you think you have it, and you just have to hit it right. You can whip it around it.
Duenow is a graduate of St. Cloud State, and there's a look at her stepfather, John East, who is a former member of Team USA.
And he's really worked on her game and brought her a long way this year with team head coach Palmer Fogren and John have got their heads together with Lisa, and she has such good practicing, and her can't get it out. Ethics, you know, like don't try to say that again. Come on, just need to make the spare. Had a girl.
John East making the Team USA back in 92 and 95. It's nice to have that kind of bloodline.
Oh, really? It is. I remember Lisa at the training camp, first out. We don't know the team members. And we really worked really hard on her game, and she's changed so many things that week. Her perseverance is outstanding.
Fourth frame. Dino coming up high.
Well, she went high on 24. Got the ball down a little early on 23. Looked like she tried to go a little bit more direct to the pocket, and that's not going to work without some ball speed.
Career high series of 794. Usually takes me 4 or 5 games to get to that point.
Yeah, these ladies can bowl. Oh, she's really hanging on to the ball.
We'll be back with more of our championship match from Eden Prairie Lanes. 4-pin lead for Pieczynski. General manager here at Brunswick Eden Prairie Lanes is Larry Weber. We'd like to thank him and his staff. Joe Worthen for all the hard work. And Jerry Koenig looking on. Executive Director of USA Bowling. All the hard work that the staff here at Brunswick Eden Prairie Lanes has put in for this National Amateur Championships is sincerely appreciated. Paczynski solid.
Jan moved her feet right and her target left, and got a little bit better direction to the pocket. Now she's got to get a little bit of roll in. We've got to get the angle. There she is, right, slides right on 20, over 15, and the ball just went down a little bit too far down the lane. You can see where the ball ended up in the pit to the right. That's too much deflection to carry that 10-pin. Jan's a pretty good spare shooter. Pretty much a dead eye when it comes to single pin spares.
4-pin lead for Pieczynski. Both players struggling, looking for our first strike here in this championship match. The winner will be the 1997 United States National Amateur Bowling Champion, and at the top of her Team USA for 1998.
Match play average is 202. That's outstanding play. What I'm seeing here is now she's in deeper with her foot there.
Man in motion, or in this case, a woman in motion.
Well, that's right. Now she played that lane a little bit deeper than she did on 24. And I'm looking this and I'm saying, wow, I mean, they've got, if they could move out and play that oil line, because there's kind of like look at that 10-pin stand there, and that pin just come right over in front of it and miss it. But the 10-pin is a spare that you're going to see a lot. It's one you have to make, especially in the crucial situations like this. And I'd really like to see somebody move a little bit more right. There's the mom. She says, oh, she got the spare, thank heaven.
It's got to be worse sitting on the bench when you got nothing to do with helping.
It is tough. It is tough. Now being in the coaching aspect, it is tough being back. In the back watching.
Dino solid in the pocket. First strike here in the 5th frame. She steps up now in the 6th with a chance to take the lead.
If that is an aggressive stance, I don't know. Did you see her put those arms across her chest and just go, all right, I'm going to get this lane this time. She tightened up her line too.
She's got a nasty sneer looking down at this racket 10.
Yeah, maybe she looked at John and he just gave her that eye or something, because you can really see it.
208 in qualifying. Well, didn't want to grab it.
Yeah, she threw that one right again. Lisa has a tendency sometimes to get so much loft that she loses it off her hand, and the ball will stay right on her. Let's see. Yeah, the ball just fell off. She didn't get it. Just didn't hit the ball. This is a difficult spare. Here we go. See, it was just like, and the fingers are out really too quick for her.
Nice spare, though. Pieczynski stands in the 6th with a 3-pin lead.
So I tell you, they're going frame by frame, pin for pin here, and somebody's got to break this open. Both players are very capable of it, and I think we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here, and we should see that happen. And she's tighter on the lane.
Slaps
She
the
liked
10
it.
out.
She's saying, "Come on, Jan, come on," she says. So you can see this shot here. It stayed inside in the lane, and it rolled right up in the perfect place. That was a great shot. And let's see if she can do it here on the left lane and not tweak it to the right.
Strike up, looking to double here in the 7th would increase her advantage to 13 pins.
Threw a good shot here last time, left the 10. She's going Brooklyn. 6-pin. Looked like she kind of stood up in the shot. Her foot stopped a little suddenly. Just could be bad timing.
How heavy does the ball get at these single pin spares in situations like this?
No, it's they shoot so many of them. The bowling ball sometimes gets too light, and you want to overthrow it, where you just have to swing it right at it and down the lane.
We'll be back with the conclusion of the National Amateur Championship from Brunswick, Eden Prairie Lanes. Final 3.5 frames from the U.S. National Amateur Bowling Championships here in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Lisa Duenow
Oh, bad footing. Lisa.
can't catch a break on the 10.
Yeah, we saw that on lane 23. Let's see if it's her timing or if she's stuck. It looks like her foot stuck a little bit and rotated the heel out. She wasn't happy, but leaving 9 on that shot, that was a really good break for her.
And helping us out today is head coach of Team USA, Palmer Fahlgren, giving us a prize on the numbers. And Palmer also has some coaching conferences coming up in the near future. Doing a great job heading up the USA Bowling program with help from Pat and Susie Reichley and Mike Lestowski. Give Bob Mackey a call for those coaching conference dates that are coming up and another 9 count.
Yeah, Palmer's doing a great job from the coaching aspect of the team and keeping the team together and mentally keeping them in, as well as physically and all the other things that go with bowling. But we got to get these girls going here, Mike.
You know, on the spare, we're still within a mark. 5 pins the difference as Paczynski will toe the line here in the 8th.
At least the people back home, they have to look at this match and say, we make our spares, we could win the USA National Amateur Championship. It's not always a strike fest. Sometimes you have to make your spares too. In this case, it's a big factor.
And that one coming up outside.
Yeah, Jan's.
Tournament director Butch Whitman, wearing my favorite jacket. He enjoys this program and this tournament, and it's just fun to see the look in his eyes when he gets to work with all the bowlers that come from all over the country.
It's great because the athletes respect him, and they treat him with respect as he does them, and that's kind of nice, you know.
We'll also be seeing Butch coming up at the Brunswick World Team Challenge Grand Championships coming up at the National Bowling Stadium, and both Team USA teams will be there as Pieczynski opens in the 8th.
Wow, that was difficult because she only had a 1-pin lead and missing that spare, and after talking about making spares, it's like, I hope I didn't jinx her.
And she just handed a 10-pin lead to Lisa Duenow.
Exactly.
We are in the 9th frame here at Brunswick Eden Prairie Lanes, where Janette Pieczynski is down 10 pins going into the 9th frame.
Jan's really got to make a good shot here to build something to go into that 10th frame and not worry about what's happened before. Make a good shot on this one. She should get it rolled up. Oh, that was a good shot. That's one of her best shots. She's left 2 10 pins just like that on 23. There you go. You see where she gets the ball right over the third arrow, keeps the ball inside part of the lane, and she really rolled that ball well and leaving another 10-pin. She was at Brooklyn the last time she was over there. I thought we might get a double out of her. Making the spare.
On top of the 10-pin. I'm Mike Jakubowski, along with Team USA assistant coach Pat Costello calling the action. And what a pleasure it's been to really just work with these people. I mean, the competitiveness, the friendships that people make from people that are bowling across the country. And now Duenow, up 10.
She's got to put it to her now. She didn't like her footing, but that's called the Dick Weather frozen rope, right? Down and up and hard and at 'em. And Lisa can do that. It's great working with these athletes. I think it's one thing I miss about bowling on the Pro Tour anymore is that the people you meet, the friends you make, and the places that you get to travel. So this is kind of helping me with that kind of part of the bowling game. Is I met you today and met all these people here, and it's just been really fortunate. And we need another one. She threw that one with great authority. Came in around a little bit. She still got her 10-pin lead. Double would have been real nice there for Lisa. She's got all these people rooting her home, and now they're all nervous because we have going in the 10th frame. Jan can double and take this lead. What do we do when we have a tie? It could happen here real quick.
Be a 2-frame roll-off if we should have a tie, and the possibility does exist. Clean fill for Lisa would be 168. Janette would need all 3 strikes for a 168 tie, so count here is extremely important.
All right, now Jan can get up and strike out to win the match and win the title. What better way for this all to happen? See, again, here Lisa did what she needed to do. She put Janette in this position. That's what she wanted her to do, is if you're going to beat me, I'm going to sit here, and you're going to have to do it.
I've dreamed of this situation many times. 3 to win. Here it comes.
That's a pretty good shot.
Oh, and that's one terrific shot.
Actually, it was a great shot. And Mom and Dad are going crazy. Dad's almost hiding his head over there. And Jan's, she's been here before. And even though it's been at she had to strike out in a couple of matches in the FIQ Youth Championships to win a gold medal. So she's capable of doing this, and she's got that determined look on her face.
2 strikes to win. Striking 9 would be a tie.
Looks just about the same.
Slaps the 10.
Oh, she's doing it. What is this tie thing now?
Oh my, strike to win, 9 to tie, 8, and Lisa Duenow
Wow, what
is your
an
national
awesome
amateur
shot.
champion.
Look at this ball rotation into the pocket. Slap out that 10, bam. Beautiful bowling. She's digging deep. One more time. Deep breaths. She's had good training, this young lady. Erie Community College has done most of this in her career.
After all that bowling, it comes down to 1 ball for the title.
48 games. Threw it a little harder. And she got him. Oh my
What a
heavens.
colossal break for Janette Pieczynski.
Oh my heavens, what a shot. Was this a meant to be thing or what? 168, 167. Watch this shot. She loses it dead right. She knows it. She's standing there and saying, oh my, couldn't I get 9? Look at this ball. Look at that pin coming off the wall. They're both moving. One falls over. The 3, oh man.
That is the biggest break
That is the most incredible.
ever seen.
Oh, look at her. I knew she'd start crying here soon. Oh,
Janette Pieczynski,
the tears.
from Cheektowaga, New York, is your United States National Amateur Champion. We'll be back to meet her after this. The United States National Amateur Bowling Championship is brought to you by the American Bowling Congress and the Women's International Bowling Congress, providing championship service to sanctioned leagues across the United States. Make sure your league is sanctioned by the national governing bodies. And by
the Bowling Proprietors Association of America. Cheektowaga, New York is the home of Janette Pieczynski, the U.S. National Amateur Champion for 1997. How much can your stomach drop and rise in one shot?
Not a lot. I just wanted to make sure I got 9 on that, at least a tie, but I didn't think it'd carry. Once it came off my hand, I'm like, oh no.
Jerry Koenig is here to present you with your winning jacket.
Jan, this is congratulations from USA Bowling. I want you to know that this jacket signifies that you're the best in the U.S. But before putting this on for you, I want you to know that our coach, Palmer Falger, wants you to teach us that last shot for putting it in the repertoire. Here you go.
I got to ask you if there's some folks to thank, because I know your family drove all the way from Baltimore to see you.
Yeah, my family came all the way from Buffalo last night. They drove 16 hours to see me. I just want to say thank you very much.
How does it feel to be the National Amateur Champion?
Feels great. Absolutely wonderful.
Wonderful. Great performance, great bowling. Your winner, Janette Pieczynski, National Amateur Champion. For Pat Costello, this is Mike Jakubowski saying so long from Brunswick, Eden Prairie Lanes, in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Eagle Production. This has been an ABC Eagle Productions telecast.